Alright, what's up, bitches? We got some playoff review for you, and you know what? It's only going to be geared toward the playoff teams, not even the teams that had a bye, just the two matchups that were in the playoffs. And it was a close. We had one big crushing defeat and one close one, and I'm just going to jump right into the awards first. All the awards came from our playoff teams that actually played. The shit start of the week goes to Leonard playing Jordan Reed. He got 0. Just a tough. I think he got hurt, but just tough in the playoffs. I don't know. I mean, starting Jordan Reed in the playoffs, that's not good. Performance of the week goes to John Gaeta, Amari Cooper, 44.7 points. 217 yards and 3 touchdowns against my Eagles. Our secondary is bad. He burned them, all of them. I think all 3 touchdowns were on 3 different corners. Should have pulled out. Gave it to Cheese. Should have pulled out Allen Robinson. It's not like he had too bad of a score. He had 6.7. Wasn't even his lowest receiver. Antonio Brown was his lowest receiver. But, I mean, obviously you're going to start him. I say he should have pulled out Allen Robinson because he had Robbie Anderson sitting on his bench. 15.6 points. I know it's a tough call. I mean, he would have won if he made that switch. I know it's a tough call, but you know, Allen Robinson, I looked, he hasn't had a good score in over a month, and Robbie Anderson may have not either. So it's hard to say, but just tough. Tough when those things happen. Waiver wire chocolate. Only one piece of chocolate. John Gaeta picking up and playing Lions defense, getting 17 points. And the poop, Leonard, picking up Zay Jones, getting 3.7. Playing Zay Jones in the playoffs. Jesus, Leonard. Now, in Leonard's defense, and you know what, we'll get to it in a minute, but the Rodney King Award. Leonard got smacked by 69.4 points. That is a really bad beating. And, of course, got to go with the close one as well. Cheese getting beat by 6.6 with a possible winner on his bench. Just hurts. Let's get into these matchups. Now, before I talk about points and everything, I did notice in Leonard's defense, he lost Kareem Hunt 1 week and James Conner the next going into the playoffs. And that was his bread and butter, his running backs. He had McCaffrey, Kareem Hunt, and Conner studs, but now he only had McCaffrey, and he had to start Gus Edwards, and that just hurts. And, you know, Leonard was trying to play the game, you know, the strategic game. Noticed John didn't have a kicker, and he picked up and dropped 5 or 6 kickers, so he wouldn't pick one up. And then John goes and picks up a kicker and gets double-digit points anyways. So it's tough. I mean, when John's team went off, I don't know what Leonard, there's nothing he probably could have done anyways. I mean, Patty Mahomes getting 20, Mixon getting 22. That 44.7 is huge. 27 combined points from his Lions and kicker. And Chris Carson getting 15 last night. Just lots of double digits all around. I think he only had 2 single digits. Yeah, Corey Davis, who sucked on Thursday, and then Vance McDonald, whereas only single digits. And then Leonard had Deshaun Watson get 18, McCaffrey get 25. He's a stud. And then T.Y. getting 24. And everyone else was terrible. He had the rest of his team, only 2 of them were over 5 points. Let's just put it that way. So, sorry, Leonard, but you got Rodney King right out of the playoffs. Moving on, we got Cheese versus Augie. Talked a little bit about it. Let's get into the the scores. Augie was the winner. Let's do him first. 20 from Rodgers, 25 from Zeke, 18 from Tyreek on a bad foot. And that might, Tyreek said it was really bad. So, he's still faster than everybody with a bad foot, which was crazy. But it could hinder him next game. This Thursday, it's a quick turnaround Thursday night game this week. So hopefully Augie has him because he's going to need him. Spencer Ware getting 15. He also got hurt, but still got 15 points. So, yeah, those were Augie's strong scoring players. And then Cam, on Cheese's side, Cam has been looking rough the past couple weeks. So he only got 10. That's not good for your QB. But he did have Chubb and Eckler both get 16, and Keenan Allen get 16. Lamar Miller get third. He had consistent scores, but Augie had some bigger 20-point scores, and he only got 1 point. Cheese only got 1 point from his kicker. Just tough, and we already talked about it, but the dagger. Robbie Anderson on his bench could have won him the game. Sorry, Cheese. At least you still have your league where you smacked Brian. Brian's probably not listening. Anyway, moving on. To the second week of the playoffs, the semifinals. We got number 1 Farbad versus number 5 John Gata, and the line is actually pretty damn close right now. John is projected to win by 1 point, but I say that's pretty even. Let me take a little preview. Apparently, John has way better matchups this week and way better positional advantages. Of course, Farbad's got Gurley and Kelsey, so anything can happen. That Thursday night's going to be huge. I think I'm going to take John Gata for the upset over number 1. Suck it, Farbad. Farbad was bitching at me this past weekend about how I am totally against his team. I don't think I am, but maybe I am. Fuck you, Farbad. I think John's going to win. Honestly, his players are just playing better than yours right now, aside from Gurley and Kelsey. And actually, Gurley had his worst game of the week this past week. You're lucky you had a bye. And Kirk Cousins sucks. And, yeah, they both kind of have each other's quarterback receiver. Like, John has Patty Mahomes. Farbad has Kelsey. Farbad has Cousins. John has Thielen. So they could cancel each other out, but I like John's matchups better. And, good luck, both of you. Moving on, we got number 2, Steven, versus number 3, Augie. And Augie is a huge point underdog. Let me just double-check what it is. About 14 points underdog. Steven's got a huge positional matchup advantage. Hopefully Tyreek is better for Augie, so it's a good matchup. I'm going to go Steven just because his team's been consistently getting like 120 to 140 every week. And Augie's got a lot of hurt players. Yeah, I'm going to go Steven, and I guess I'm picking an all-Gata Super Bowl. Good luck to everyone. Don't forget that you are still playing for something if you are not in the playoffs anymore. Draft orders determine how we finish, so you are allowed to pick up make waiver claims, and fight for a better draft pick next year. Good luck, everybody. Next week, we'll be talking about the Super Bowl, or should I say the TILF Bowl. Peace.